Hello, my name is Jonathan Treadwell. I will be speaking about interactive evidence maps of randomized trials of pelvic floor muscle training. As you all know, this is a first-line conservative treatment for women who suffer from urinary incontinence. Now, the evidence is quite complicated. There are many randomized trials, and those trials are making many different types of comparisons to usual care or comparing different variations of this training, such as group setting or individual. Many different add-ons, such as different types of exercise or adding biofeedback, as well as alternatives, such as bladder training. Furthermore, different studies will use different outcomes. Some will measure the rates of total cure from incontinence events. Others will measure the numerical reduction in the counts of events over a month, say. And still others will look at quality of life and how this condition is affecting these women's lives. Now, wouldn't it be nice if we had a resource to get a handle on all of this, to get an idea of where is the evidence solid on these options versus where is it shaky? So what we did in our multidisciplinary team was perform a comprehensive systematic review, and we created 2 interactive evidence maps, one a research volume map and one a treatment effects map. So here is the research volume map. Here what we're looking at is how much evidence is out there and where is it going to. At the top, we have an overall count of the number of randomized trials, 68, making 89 treatment comparisons, enrolling over 7,300 women. Now those overall numbers are then broken out into 4 different treatment comparison categories. We have comparisons to usual care, we have comparisons among different methods of doing it, we have the add-ons, and then the alternatives. And you can see there's fewer evidence on direct competitors to pelvic floor muscle training. Now, if you hover over any of these, and I'll hover over the add-ons one, you get to see more details about studies of add-on comparisons. Now, this map also has some interactive filters down the left side, 5 of them: type of UI, age, follow-up, publication year, and region of the world. So this is nice because it allows you to redraw the display based on your own specific interests. So let's suppose I wanted to see only stress urinary incontinence. I can apply that filter. And now these bars have all changed to only include studies that had women only with stress urinary incontinence. And these same totals at the top have now reduced accordingly. That's the research volume map. So then the other map that we made is called the treatment effects. Here we're talking about the amount of benefit women are experiencing. This is a grid of bubbles, and we have one column on cure as an outcome, reduction in events, as well as improved quality of life. And these are the different specific comparisons for usual care. So now the green bubbles, so each one is going to be sized quite precisely according to the estimated amount of benefit of PFMT versus usual care. So the larger bubbles mean larger benefit. And furthermore, the shading is involved so that the darker green bubbles indicate a higher strength of evidence, whereas the lighter green ones are a lower strength of evidence. This map also has filters that work in the same way. The whole map will be redrawn. But one thing that's pretty cool, we think, is that when you go in and click on one of these bubbles, which I just did, you will actually see the underlying data. This is a 15-study meta-analysis we did. And all of these individual studies have hyperlinks that you can then access their abstracts for. So, who did this work? This was funded by PCORI, and with extensive PCORI input, ECRI did the systematic review, meta-analyses, and map design. Lovelytics finalized that design and implemented it all in Tableau. I will emphasize this work is highly multidisciplinary. We've had great clinical input from Diane Newman. The team has extensive research knowledge, expertise with meta-analyses, as well as software ability that's needed to kind of make these things live and interactive. So thank you very much for listening, and please feel free to email questions to me, jtreadwell@ecri.org. Thank you.